it's all systems go here in this household at the moment. We've got a big birthday bash for Josephine's first birthday and Layla's third birthday tomorrow. And we're just getting everything ready. So you can hear vacuuming in the background. It's going to be a gorgeous day tomorrow, so we've cleaned outside and I've been cooking like crazy. So I thought I'd share this cake that I'm about to do, which is like an orange it's not flourless, but it's got almond in it, so it's like an almond, it's like an orange almond cake. And the really exciting thing about it, not only am I using freshly squeezed organic orange juice in here, but I am going to put on top, I'm going to drizzle a whole heap of my orange marmalade as a gorgeous, not just a glaze, but as a syrup that goes right into the cake. It is going to be just, you know, it doesn't get any better. I'm using a little bit of a guide from a website called food.com, but I'm sort of changing it by putting almond meal in. So what you need to start with is half a cup of butter, and you also need 2 cups of sugar. You want a teaspoon of salt, and you want 3 eggs. You need to cream them all together. Okay, now, so I'm going to pop in 3 eggs. And get them combined. Now we want to add the flour, and in this case almond meal, and I've got some baking powder. So what I'm going to do is just put that baking powder. I've got 2 cups of plain flour. The recipe called for 4 cups of plain flour, but I'm just going to put in 2 cups and then 2 cups of almond meal and a tablespoon of baking powder. Okay, and you want to add a little bit of that at a time. 2 cups of orange juice. So this is freshly squeezed. Obviously it doesn't have to be freshly squeezed, but I made jelly oranges. I'll just show you what I mean. So it's jelly in orange halves, and when it's set I'm going to cut it into segments, and it's very cute. And for that I wanted to make my own orange jelly, but I just ran out of time, so I resorted to my backup plan of store-bought jelly. But I still obviously had to get all the pulp out of the oranges, so I'm using some of that juice for in this cake. Okay, a bit of the orange juice. I've also prepared sort of a large rectangular dish I've greased and floured a large rectangular dish for this because it serves 15 to 20 people. And it can just be cut into squares. I might even get a little, oops, I should have put the other in first. I might even get a little a round sort of, just something, even a cup or something, and cut out rounds, because that'll look really nice. I should have put some more flour in. I was talking. Now I'm obviously putting my marmalade, glaze and syrup, or syrup, whatever you want to call it. My marmalade, my homemade marmalade, I'm using as a glaze / syrup to sink into the cake. Now obviously not everyone is going to have homemade marmalade, so I would suggest either you make just an orange glaze, or buy some store-bought marmalade or orange jam, whatever you like, and just heat it up in a little saucepan and put it all over. You could even put a bit of orange juice as the sauce, maybe with a bit of sugar. Make a simple sort of syrup with orange juice and just sort of put that as the syrup, and then have some jam as a glaze. So just play around, do whatever you want. Now this cake is so simple that if it's excellent, then I'm just going to make it all the time for these sort of party situations, because it's so easy and doesn't take much time. Okay, so I've got my big rectangular dish, which is really just, I'm using a baking dish. And I have greased and floured that. And I'm just going to spatula and get all the mixture in there.
I'm getting a pasty. I'm getting a pasty.
Yeah, absolutely. Very right.
Yeah. Yeah, dinner will be ready in a couple of minutes, like it's ready, so I just have to put this cake in the oven really, and then figure out something to do on the side. Okay, so spread that out so it's nice and even, and then I think the lighting is really bad in this room. You're getting your dinner. Pop this in a 350-degree Fahrenheit oven, and then while it's still warm, you will prick it all, put your glaze in, your syrup in, and then you can just put, yeah, glaze on top or whatever. But anyway, alright, it's been half an hour, and yeah, it's cooked perfectly after half an hour. And I've taken it out of the oven, obviously. Now, what I'm going to do, I have heated up a jar of my homemade marmalade, and I've separated the liquid from the rind, okay? So all I'm putting in here is the liquid, and then later, when I have them in their lovely shapes, whatever shape I want, I might individually put some rind. I'll see. I'm going to decide soon. But right now I'm just going to show you how I pop the liquid on. So I'm just piercing it with a fork all over just to help that liquid sink in. 1.5 cups of liquid actually. So let me just, okay, so just all over. You can hear it bubbling actually because it just came out of the oven. Put an extra bit in this middle because obviously it's going to drip down the sides anyway. Beautiful. Oh my goodness, that is going to be so good. Alright, I'll show you when I'm putting the glaze on, well, the orange rind piece glaze. Okay, now I've just used a little container to cut them out into rounds. So I just used this. I just pressed it in. It would get sort of stuck in there, and I just gently sort of wait for it to fall out into my hand. And it's made little round cakes. And now with a teaspoon, I'm just getting the nice pulpy, rindy bit of the marmalade and popping some on top of each one. And we have tried this cake and it is lovely. Sweetie, what did you say? I think you said lovely, didn't you?
I did say that.
Yeah. They were his exact words. Okay. And I quite like just putting half flour, half almond meal in. I mean, you don't have to do that, but particularly with citrus cakes, I've done it before with lemon cakes, and it's just a really good combination. And it gives a lovely denseness to something that you're going to put a glaze on top of, or a syrup into. So as you can see, I've used this marmalade as sort of a syrupy glaze. I've used the syrup part of it to put into the cake, and then the pulpy bit for the tops in it. But as far as flavour goes, I prefer more of your citrusy type desserts. So there you have it, little orange party cakes with orange marmalade glazed syrup. I think they're lovely. They'll be a lovely addition to the party. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and I'm just throwing all sorts of videos up. See you next time.